All right, y'all. So quickly, I'm just gonna show you guys a little insight into what it takes to be um, a business owner, what it takes to be an entrepreneur, what it takes to eventually be a success, right? I've said it before and I'm gonna say it again. I'd never really started to truly find my version of happiness, and I never really started to really truly be content until I realized that I had to find my level of success, particularly as a black man. And that's a whole nother discussion. But yes, if you are on this earth, particularly a black man or a black woman, but just a human being, right? I think it's important that you define your own level of success and don't let anybody else do that for you. Don't let anybody else, tell you that you have to have the white picket fence with the 3 kids, the goldfish, the golden retriever, that whole Brady Bunch type spiel. That would be nice, but some people, they just want to be a bachelor for the rest of their life and live in a New York loft, and just go for walks at night, so define your own level of success, but with that, don't ever be content. And that's what this video is about. I'm pushing myself right now, guys, and I wanted to show you guys a little insight on some of the decisions that I'm making as just a content creator and just a person out here trying to navigate, right? Like, I've never really been good at anything, as they say. I've never really had any technical skills, like Napoleon Dynamite, so it's like never really got any awards, never got any trophies with my name on it for anything particular, never really got called up, and nobody really stood up and clapped for me, really. And I might just have a chip on my shoulder because of that. I don't know. I'm working through it psychologically. But the main point I want to talk about is living in this world. We know we have to have money, right? I mean, especially if you have kids, if you want to, like myself, if I want to continue to make these videos, I have to have, the camera that I'm shooting it on. I have to have an internet connection, right? Different things. So this is a pros and cons list, as it were, as they call it. I made a list of the so-called goods and bads of creating a Patreon page. Now, if you don't know what Patreon is, basically that's just a site where you can put all your content on. You can do a lot of different things with this site, but particularly you can put your content, or if you have a product or something and you have a good amount of supporters, you can put your content on this site called Patreon, and people either pay for the product or they pay per month if you put out, videos and content. So a lot of people know about Patreon, and I've been hearing about it for a while. I've had a channel, for those who don't know, for the better part of 5 years. I've never monetized my channel on YouTube. I've constantly kept free videos up for a number of reasons that we can go into later, but mainly I just didn't want commercials on my thing. I don't like censorship. I didn't want YouTube to be able to later pull the rug from under me and say, well, we were paying you, so that's why you can't say this.
Aha! Aha! What do you know from funny, you bastard?
So I always knew that the information that I was bringing was very controversial, so that's why I just kind of took it on the chin and never charged for money. And particularly also the information that I'm bringing, I feel like we need to hear as black people, right? Or just as human beings, as I said, we need to hear a lot of this information that I'm bringing out, and the word of God cannot be monetized. At least I don't believe so. So I've always had something against charging people for information, because I see how some people can hoard information and try to just, make it about themselves, and they try to monetize information, which I don't think is cool. But let's just get straight to it. So I don't want to take too much of your time, but this is my pros and cons list. I'm not going to go really through it, but I wanted to show you guys that sometimes you have to sit down and write it down. And I, my mom used to tell me that. A lot of people have said that you just got to write it down. But especially if you have a mind like mine, where your mind is always working all over the place and you're always trying to piece things together. I'm up at 4:30 a.m., 3:30 a.m., 5 p.m., 12 a.m. I'm up all days and just trying to work this Rubik's Cube out, right? So I just decided, you know what, let me write it down. So I wrote down a list of the goods and bads of creating a Patreon page. And I just wanted to show you something real quick. This is the thing that's bothering me. And this is why I'm making this video. In order to get a Patreon page and do what I really am trying to do, I'll spare you the details, but in order to be able to live stream and have all the proper functionalities to bring you the best experience, which of course you know I'm going to do, it's going to take $75 a month. That is $974.25 a year. Now, the reason why I'm showing you that is because I got a lot of goods here, you know, a lot of goods. I got some bads, whatever, but this is the thing that is really fucking got to me. And I just wanted to show you guys that even myself, even though I understand psychology, I'm telling you guys to invest in yourself. This is something that we're gonna have to walk through together, and I'm just kind of talking myself through, because just looking at $75 a month just to be able to bring videos out when I don't know that it's gonna have any return, right? That's the thing about this. I mean, yeah, sure, I have a lot of supporters, and I know I have some day one supporters that's gonna support my Patreon, but I don't really know, right? So if I'm paying $75 a month or annually, which they charge you annually, if I'm paying basically $1,000 a year and I'm not guaranteed that even one person will subscribe, right? Then I might not even make my quote unquote money back. But remember, this wasn't ever about money to begin with. So again, I just want to run you through it. I made a few things, but this is what I wanted to tell you. Don't be afraid to make that leap, especially if you believe in yourself, if others believe in you, if you have a passion for it, if it's one of those things that you stay up late nights and early mornings for, you go hungry for it, you cry for it, you bled for it, you sweat for this, and this is what you know your talent is to be. This is not only your talent, but this is your calling that the Most High God has bestowed upon your life. Because let's just be honest, the Most High God is such a genius that he bestowed that a portion of his genius into every single person on this earth. So if every single person on this earth were to actually tap in to the Most High God and actually humble themselves, then maybe, just maybe, God will be able to give them the ability to access that portion of them that makes them a genius in real life. So that's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to access that, but I have to pay. I have to pay, and some people will stop right there. They won't give a damn about any of the good things. They'll just say, nope, I can't afford $75 a month. And let's be honest, that's steep as fuck. But maybe, just maybe, there might be more to it than that. So of course I'm not going to run through it, all of my pros and cons, because really this is just for me, and I'm still working through it. I'm gonna, you know, tweak it a little bit, but at the end of the day, I'm looking at these, and I think it's a better idea for me to do it. So I'm gonna go on and do this, guys. I made the decision. I'm gonna take a leap of faith, and hey, you know, I've spent $1,000 on some bullshit before, so hey, at least this is something with good faith, and I have, I believe, a strong support system behind me that I've built grassroots over a number of years for free. So people know I'm not about to sell out. They know I'm not here to sell out. They know I'm not here to scam. At least I hope you guys know that. I have no other incentive other than to try to bring this truth to you, as well as legitimize myself in a professional manner in order to pass generational wealth and resources and networking capabilities down to my children. So with that being said, I am going to ask you to please support my Patreon, and I'm going to put the link in the description, and we're going to move forward with that. But best believe I have a lot of stuff planned, because just like I wrote this down, I'm starting to write a lot of stuff down, and I'm not just making it in potential anymore. You know, that's one word that I fucking hate, potential. Oh, he has potential. Oh, you know how many people have potential at Rucker Park to be better than Michael Jordan, but they didn't put in that work that Michael Jordan did. They didn't invest in themselves like Michael Jordan did. They didn't believe in themselves. They weren't ducking from the free throw line because they didn't believe in themselves. Okay, so now watch me dunk from the free throw line. And with that being said, y'all, please vibrate higher.
I have set you apart. Oh, Lord, I can't get no help in here. I have set you apart.
Well, nobody's gonna go out with me.
Have you asked anybody yet?
No, but who would? I don't even have any good skills.
What do you mean?
You know, like nunchuck skills, bow hunting skills, computer hacking skills. Girls only want boyfriends who have great skills.
Aren't you pretty good at drawing, like, animals and warriors and stuff?
Yes. Probably the best that I know of.
Just draw a picture of the girl you want to take out and give it to her for like a gift or something.
That's a pretty good idea.